What's up YouTube? Welcome to the first episode of Sushi Tech Talk. Today we're going to be talking about creature swap in agents. Right. There are a couple of reasons why I would want to run creature swap in agents. First being that agents have so many small monsters to give away, and the second being that there are a lot of monsters that you're going to want to take away from your opponent. And yeah, just got to get something clear. When you're using creature swap, you want to make sure that the only monster your opponent has is the one you want to take, because they're going to be the one choosing their own target. Okay, so I'm going to show you some combos, starting off with Venus. It's probably like the most standard play. You could use Venus and summon Shine Balls. There's a bunch of ways you could play this out. You could summon 2 Shine Balls, then make your Gachi, and either you could wait for the Gachi to run out of material and change him to attack, and then activate Creature Swap, or, one second, let me just set this up. You could activate Creature Swap right off the bat, and then give them the Venus, and the Venus would in turn get run over and make your Master Hyperions live. Alright, thirdly, you could summon Venus and make 3 Shine Balls, make sure one of them is in attack position, and don't overlay with it. Okay. And then activate your swap, and then give them the Shine Ball that wasn't used to overlay. And then you could just run it over and then deal massive damage, because Shine Ball only has 2 or 500 attack. Okay. Creature Swap also goes with Earth. You could normal summon your Earth and grab your Venus for future plays. Then you could run over, or you could activate the Creature Swap, then run over the Earth, and then, Hyperion's live after that too. Okay. If you're running Chaos agents like me, then you're going to have some other stuff to do with swap too. Like, you could summon Tour Guide, and then from there, go into Sangan. And since Sangan's effect activates in the graveyard, it doesn't really matter whose side of the field he comes from, as long as he ends up in your graveyard, you're going to get the effect. So you summon the Tour Guide, go into the Sangan, activate Creature Swap, and give them the Sangan. Then you use the monster that you just stole to run over your own Sangan, and it goes to your grave, and you could add whatever target you have, like Effect Veiler, Herald, Honest. Then you got, this is personally my favorite play with Creature Swap. If you run Breaker, then you could summon the Breaker, use his effect to pop their back row, and then activate the Creature Swap. Because that way they minus, and then you end up with a bigger monster than what you started with. You could even use these, the Effect Negators, Herald, or Effect Veiler, depending on what build you're running. You could, if they're dead in your hand, you might as well share the wealth. Just summon it, because these guys are extremely easy to run over. Veiler has 0 attack, and Herald has 300. So just swap and give them your Veiler or your Herald, whatever, and then run it over and deal huge damage that way. Okay. Now see, agents don't only run small monsters, they also run big monsters, and if your opponent is running Creature Swap, that could become a huge problem for you. Say you got monsters like Hyperion, Christia, Chaos Sword, Gores, and BLS. These monsters you do not want ending up in enemy hands. So, I'm going to show you some ways to counter Creature Swap in case you ever run into it. You got BLS on your field, and it's the only one you have, and they have something tiny. And they try to activate their Creature Swap and steal your BLS away from you. Well, there's some simple ways to stop this. 2 ways are Forbidden Lance or Call of the Haunted. First off, I'm going to show you how to use Lance. When they activate their Creature Swap, you chain the Lance to the Creature Swap and target your own BLS. That way, Creature Swap has no valid target and is going to have to resolve without effect. Then, Call of the Haunted, you have that set. When they activate their Creature Swap, you chain Call and then summon out something tiny like a Shine Ball. And since Creature Swap hasn't finished resolving yet, you could give them that same Shine Ball, and yeah, basically pretty useless for them. The Shine Ball is just small. It's Shine Ball. Yeah, hopefully you guys have learned something from this and can see why Creature Swap is it's a good tech in agents. And that concludes the first episode of Sushi Tech Talk. Thanks for watching. Peace out, YouTube.